welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see New York as they play against San Antonio. Looking at San Antonio, the anticipation has been building toward this. Opening night. They get to kick off the season at home. It's a chance to see where they are now and what they need to improve upon to get to where they want to be. And here we are, game one of the new season. Kenny, every team coming in with a clean slate.
Yeah, because whatever you had troubles in last year, that doesn't matter. This is a new year. Be optimistic until proven otherwise.
I'm just looking forward to spending another year with you guys as family. And Ernie, you're looking 10 years younger.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling 10 years younger as well, Shaq.
Man.
It's all exercise, isn't it?
And you're looking like, what are you? You're down to what, 275?
No, 575.
575.
Lost 15 pounds.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Kenny?
I grew some hair.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
That's a wig.
All right. Y'all still there? Good. We'll
Miss
see you
you
later.
guys too.
Well, it probably wasn't easy getting that dressed up, but now the real work begins as they get set to defend their home court. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule on Friday and then on Saturday. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking the court in different ways to help players visualize where they need to be. Take, for example, a four-point line, rewarding players for stretching their shooting range. And a corner three, in some cases, is worth 4 points in practice. And that encourages players to take that high-value shot. There's a lot of coaches thinking outside the box by drawing new boxes on the court. Kevin?
A lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Well, Clark, no doubt you've been through this many times. The regular season is a grind. I think you said that before. Do the veteran players need to teach the young guys how to handle that schedule?
I clearly think, Kevin, that the veterans can be helpful, but there's nothing like firsthand experience, and you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule. But veterans certainly can be helpful.
Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true?
Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Thunder is out there with Little General. Then it's Austin. Then there's Mason. And it's Richards in at the 5 spot. And for the Spurs, we've got Weber. Cowboy is out there with Payne. Then there's the Quick. And it's Welch in at the 3 spot. With the shot, he sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Here's the General. And the pass to Austin. It's over Payne. Austin, know what?
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's A-Train. Pass to Weber. Comes up empty down low.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And there's the call on A-Train. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Pass to Thunder. Here's Little General. Passes it to Thunder. 5 to shoot. Now here's Austin, covered by Humphries, and the basket by Austin.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Payne kicks to Gadzarich. And so just over a minute and a half played. Welch. Another shot, and it's Weber getting it to go.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Thunder. Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
New York shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Payne with it, now guarded by Austin. Payne in the post, good on the bucket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Now the pass to Austin. There's the triple. And it's Humphries with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Payne. Misses the layup.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special. And they pulled it off just right.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Now here's Austin. High arcing shot. Got a piece of it. Payne gets a wide open look, and he's good on the 3-ball. Payne's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's deflected. Here's A-Train. It's rebounded by Austin. Here's Mason. Weber pulls it in.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Payne's shot is good. Payne's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Austin, the pass to Richards, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Weber. Bank shot, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Over to the left wing. Here's Thunder. Mason inside the line. Rebound San Antonio. Weber's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's A-Train, guarded by Mason. Here's Welch. Here's Weber. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Weber's got his 2nd basket of the game. New York trails by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now Mason still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. No good with the elbow jumper.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Austin. The rebound by the Spurs.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Count it, good.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Thunder passes to Little General. Here's Thunder. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Weber's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here is Gadzarich. Kicks to Humphries. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
The doctors checked in for Mason.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for A-Train. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 20 points a game, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Pass to Thunder. To stop the run. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Knocks it loose. Weber kicks to Gadzarich. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Weber. That one misses. And New York the other way now. Here matched up against San Antonio is how they'll tip off the new season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
Spurs leading by 6. Payne with it. He's got 7. That shot, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Pass to the dock. Here's the general. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Austin. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here is Gadzarich. The pass to Thunder. Here's the general. 11 feet away, and the Knicks good for 2.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Mason, he checked in for New York. Parker outside. Back to Gortat. Pass to D. Clock at 4. They could use a bucket. Parker's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And they take the lead. And the Knicks lead by 1. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's G. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And here's Austin. He has 7. And the dunk by Austin.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
Different look for New York. Lee's checked in for the General. The Natural comes in for Austin, and it's Mr. Perfect in for Little General. D passes to Big Dog. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's G. Just 5 on the clock. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Out to the right wing. Lets it go from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Passes it to Big Dog. And Gortat kicks to Parker. Big Dog, the pass to Parker. And here is Gortat. Pass to G. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio. The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Free throw no good for Parker. New York leading by 4. Out to Stoudemire. 1:11 left in the first. Down low. Poked away. Parker with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's G. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Now just a 2-point New York lead.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Poked loose. Mason looking around. And there's the pass to Thunder. Unloads. The shot comes out, so the Spurs will take it the other way. Parker outside. Pass to Big Dog. Here's G. Fires from deep. They grab their own miss. Now, here is Gortat. Here's G. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. We'll get right back to the action when we return. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Here's Parker. And New York looking at who they've got. We've got Mr. Perfect. Prez out there with the natural. And it's Thunder. And it's Lee in at the center position. Here's Boomer. And he hits it to tie the game up. Boomer's got his first basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lee passes to Prez. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader. As you well know, Kevin, we actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Here's Parker. Passes it to Boomer. He kicks it to Gortat. The pass to D. Here's G. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Stoudemire grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
San Antonio trailing here. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Parker inside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Out to the right wing. Here's Prez. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Now Parker. Kicks it to Gortat from past the arc. But they recover it. G. No good that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. To the paint. Here's Meredith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And the first one at the line is good. The Spurs making a switch here. Clark's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Mason, he checked in for Prez. He hits both from the stripe.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now, here is Gortat. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the inside. Here's Clark. The Knicks pull it in. Mason's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Mason with the ball for New York. 3-point lead. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Mason's got his first basket.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Here's G. He's guarded by Thornton. Pass to D. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Spurs have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. Payne, he's checked in for the Spurs. Both free throws good from Gortat. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Here's Thunder. 14 points for him. Mason for 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And stolen by Thornton. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Here is Mason. From deep three-point range, and again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Now here's Payne. He's got 7. Gortat wide open. He fires. San Antonio again missing. Mason with it. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. The quick. Weber comes in for D. A-Train, he's checked in for Clark. And Cowboys subbed in for the Great One. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Big Daddy's checked in for Lee. Austin comes in for the Natural. The Doctor's checked in for Mr. Perfect. And it's Little General in for Thunder.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Little General. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Austin. With some arc. And it's Humphries with the rebound. San Antonio trails by 10. And here's Payne. 10 points for him. A-Train, the pass to Weber. Spurs working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Humphries kicks to Gadzarich. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Cowboys got his second bucket of the night. Here's Austin. He's got 9. Three-pointer. Rebound, San Antonio.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Now, here is Weber. The fader. And it's San Antonio with another.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The Knicks leading by 6. Here's Little General to the wing right side. The 11-footer. Austin no luck. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Now here's Payne. D right on him. Stolen. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's the Doctor. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Gadzarich dishes to Weber. Shoots over Austin. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Austin. He's got 9.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Passes to Welch. Here's Weber. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Weber's got 8 points.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Little General. Now Austin. Shot from the wing. Misses off the left iron.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Welch. For New York, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. There's the pass to Mason. Weber pulls it in. Weber's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. The dive for the ball. Stripped away. And the foul goes on the Magician. That is his first foul of the game. Big Dog, he's checked in for the Quick. The General, he's checked in for New York. Now here's Austin, guarded by Weber. Austin, the pass to Little General. That's tipped. Here's A-Train. He has 6. He kicks to Gadzarich. Pass to Big Dog. Weber with it. 5 on the clock. Fader on the way. And another basket for San Antonio.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
New York's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Pass to Austin. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's A-Train. And the Spurs scoring again. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for San Antonio?
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
New York calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
G's checked in for the Spurs. Parker comes in for Payne. Knicks making a change here as well. Trez is checked in. Here's Little General, covered by Parker. Richards passes to Little General. Passes it to Austin. Shot to stop the run. San Antonio with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
Now here's Parker. The pass to Big Dog. Now here is Weber. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Two seconds left. A minute 20 left here in the second. Can't get the tip in. Here's the doctor. Here's Prez, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
That free throw good from Prez. The Knicks making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. Both free throws good from Prez. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Spurs. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. A steal. Here's Prez. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Prez has got 7 points for the quarter. San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Weber. Here's A-Train. Pass to Parker with the teardrop, and he lays it up and in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Stoudemire following the bucket by the Spurs. Prez with the ball. He has 7. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Richards. New York moving it around. Austin. But they'll get another chance. Stoudemire outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the doctor. His three-pointers off the mark. Tie game in San Antonio. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Checking out the Spurs. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
The three-point shot has really helped them out. I always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Thunder.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for San Antonio. Weber is out there with A-Train. Then it's Cowboy. Then there's the Quick. And it's Payne in at the 1. Now here's Austin. The teardrop falls in. Austin's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Knicks.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And it's the Spurs ball. And here's Payne. Dishes to Humphries. Here is Gadzarich. The pass to Welch. Now here is Weber. Guarded by Mason. Weber gets the bucket. Weber's got 14 points for the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Thunder. Now here's Austin. To the right side. Mason against Weber. Mason misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
New York's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's Little General. To the middle. Here's Meredith. Payne grabs the board.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far. And when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Now here's Austin. He started close. Here's Mason. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Weber. Pass to Payne. Right wing. Lets the 3 fly. Gadzarich misses.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Little General. Pass to Richards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.